What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Crimson Connective, where we focus on another one of the newcomer spotlights. I am Alex Markham, and today we want to talk to everybody about Auburn transfer Landen King. Landen was a great interview. I'll tell you guys that right off the bat here. Very engaging personality on and off the mic. Really kind of what struck a chord in me that somebody he is very, very similar to, and I think people are really going to grow to see it and love it over his time at the U, is he's got a bit of Kenneth Scott to him with how he does things with the media and just how he talks to people. You know, he's got that engaging personality. He's also got that curiosity level to him as well. Two things that really just kind of struck a chord with the fans that really, really made them gravitate towards Kenneth. But in regards to Landen here, he initially ended up going to Auburn out of high school, like I mentioned, highly rated tight end. Georgia was in the mix with him as well towards the end there. And everybody from Utah obviously knows how Georgia has been with tight ends the last few years because, Utah's been right up there too, right? So, really what led him to leave Auburn is they wanted him as a big wide receiver. He didn't like that. He felt like it was easier to put on weight. So goes on his recruiting trip to Utah. Really, it was within that meeting with Coach Ludwig that he already knew right there. He was a Ute. He left that facility. He was a Ute. But within all this stuff, again, don't want to give too much away from the interview here. Landen really kind of breaks down some of the things that he sees similar to Utah football and football out in the South. He also talks about his love of anime, which anybody that would have followed him towards his commitment would have seen how he had done some of his commitment stuff within that anime realm. So without further ado, everybody's going to love this interview, but without further ado, Landen King, everybody. All right, so we're here with newcomer Landen King. Landen, how are you, man?
Doing good. I'm doing all right.
It's awesome to hear, man. So obviously, unique for you coming over from the transfer portal and everything. So when it came down to your recruitment, I know you've had a great interview with Bill Riley. All credit in the world to that. So you gave a lot of great insight on that. But when it came down to your recruitment, what are some of the biggest attributes for you that stood out about Utah that made you be a Ute?
Yeah, for sure. So I feel like coming from the transfer portal, like you got to look at it differently than from when you was in high school because like I have 3 years left. So I'm really looking like where can I develop the best at? Where is like my teammates around me? Like how are they responding to everything? And really like the system really like when I sat down with Coach Ludd in the office, I knew I wanted to come here before even visiting all these other schools. Like I already knew because like the whole system, like how everything's run. And I just feel like if I can just plug myself in the system, like nothing but good things can happen. So I felt like it was an easy decision for me, and I committed before I even walked out the door. So
that's awesome, man. So kind of a fun little question here for you. It's been interesting, some of the answers we've gotten so far, right? We have gotten a 99.
Okay.
We have gotten a 99. So you can't be overly cocky, right?
For sure.
It's not, won't hold that against you. But the EA Sports college football game, it's going to be coming out within your time here, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's everybody. We all know how fun that game is, but when you're on that as a part of that game, describe your playing style in that. What are your best attributes going to be in that game? And I want to hear a rating from you.
I think my playing style is going to be really like catching those passes like over the middle and like jump balls, like you feel me? Because I feel like my spectacular catch is going to be at least like an 80. You feel me? Like I feel like off rip is going to be an 80. So my whole overall though, coming into this season, like I'm not looking, feel me, like 75. That'd be straight with me. I can get busy with a 75.
When they have the film.
End of the season, I could see a 10 overall jump, 85. I can see that realistically.
Okay. So we got somebody pretty humble here, man.
Yeah.
Pretty humble. Love it, man.
Yes, sir.
Love it. So what are you looking most forward to going into this season?
Man, really, just because this is like such a different like whole like lifestyle up here in Utah. So like I really just want to see like just how everything operates around football because I'm from the South, you know. So really just comparing the two, that's really my biggest like thing I want to see. I really want to see all the fans too because I love the fans really. So like I really want to like interact with them. So I just want to see how loud they can get, you know. So
for sure, man. So what are your biggest motivators on and off the field?
I feel like everybody's gonna say like their family, and I will too. Like my dad, like he's probably my biggest motivator. You feel me? Since I was knee high, he was always my coach, basketball, football. But I say now, like my motivation is like my teammates, like because if you on the field, like you got to make a play for your teammate that's next to you for real. So I really just feel like seeing them every day, seeing them work hard every day, like that's my motivation to really get right with my own self because I know what I need to work on. They know what they need to work on. And if they're working on it, there's no excuse for me not to be working on myself. So I feel like that's my biggest motivation.
Absolutely, man. So you kind of talked about this a second ago, being from the South and, you know, getting acclimated out here and everything. So what is it about Salt Lake City or even just the Utah football program that reminds you of home?
Honestly, like the way that we attack like the workouts and like the way that everybody's just really trying to get better. Like I don't know, like if I feel like since I've been here, like everybody's been working very, very hard, like kind of like how people in the South do, and the South is real big on football. So really, it's really like no difference inside the facility. You feel me? Like obviously when you go outside the facility, you know, you're looking at the mountains and stuff. That's cool too. But inside the facility is really no difference for real. It's just football at the end of the day. So it depends on the type of people that you have in the facility that would make that change. And I feel like we have some good people in here that are really trying to get that three-peat going. Really, that's all we're thinking about.
There you go. Dude, I actually love that answer because, you know, you mentioned, you know, the similarities with how this program gets at it compared to a lot of the programs in the South, right? And you take a look back at that stuff, you know, it shows with the physicality. It shows
for sure.
It shows with the depth. You know, so, you know, that's definitely a unique answer that I love hearing from you, man. Okay. When the pads are off, what can we find Landen doing?
Well, it's kind of crazy. I got my Naruto shirt on, so I'm a big anime guy. I have an anime tattoo. I don't know if the camera can see, but I got a little anime tattoo. So I grew up on anime. Like most people grew up on like SpongeBob and stuff, but like most of my friendships, like they just happened just by playing Dragon Ball Z games or something, or like going to you asking you, have you seen Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that? So actually, that's really what you'll see me doing off the field. Really like watching animes for real and playing the game, of course. But it's really anime. Like that's like my whole thing, really.
So if fans can remember, you're into it enough that when you were doing, I can't remember if it was the specific commit one or if it was like when you were doing your visits and stuff like that. You were doing the stuff in the anime, man.
Yeah. That's
so
what
how'd that come to be?
Man, so that group is called the Akatsuki, and that's basically like they're really like the villains of it, but like they're really like some of the strongest people like in the show for real. And I had on the red and the black for real, and that's what they be wearing. So I was like, ooh, that'd be hard. Like if I put that in there, and I did, and you feel me? That's just showing me that's type of stuff I be thinking about. You know, like I don't know. I try to put everything with my anime. People try to say it's weird, but I really don't care. So
red and black, obviously Utah, right?
Yeah.
But villain of the Pac-12.
Yeah, we the villains. I mean, everybody, you know, they always gonna doubt us. I don't know why, but it's fine. We love that.
All right, Landon. So pre-game playlist. What's on it, man?
All right. I love Lil Uzi Vert, so if you see me shaking my hips, I just want to rock. That's what it is. But it's usually Uzi, Gunna, and Future. Those three give me in that mode. Like I don't know, like I don't have to be. I'm not usually like mad on game days, like so I'm not really listening to like a lot of like cutthroat music like on game days, like how some people do. Like I usually like to just chill, just vibe. Like I'm really in the locker room. I really be sleep, like my eyes closed. I just be so like relaxed. So I like to listen to like relaxing songs by those artists.
Love it, man. I don't know how like some of the coaches within the program nowadays, right? When they were coming up and everything, listening to all that, just headbanging music. I can't do that, man.
Yeah, it's a lot for sure. Like it's for sure a lot. It get a lot on your eardrums too. If you playing it loud enough. So.
Well, you're You're gonna be enjoying plenty of Kyle's old school music.
Oh
when
yeah,
campus.
I heard about that. I heard about that.
So, newcomer wise, man, you're confident in yourself. You're also humble, but I don't want you naming yourself on this. So, when it comes down to it, who's a newcomer that the fans should get excited about that you're really intrigued by?
I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna go on the offensive side, and I'm gonna say Micah because I feel like Micah really has something like he has to prove, and you can really tell. And it's kind of like we're not in the same position, but like we both came from the transfer portal, so it was like I already kind of hit it off of Micah for real anyway. So really, I just want to see him succeed, and I know the work that he's been putting in since he's been here. So I feel like that's who people really need to get excited for. Y'all gonna be hearing Pittman a lot in the stadium in Rice-Eccles, so y'all might as well get ready now.
Love it. I know a lot of people are really eager to see what he can do, man.
Yeah,
So,
yes, sir.
lastly, finish this sentence for me. Game day at Rice-Eccles is going to be
A movie. A lot of them. I can't wait. That question just got me excited. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why. I just started thinking about everything. I'm sorry.
Like a highlight, huh?
Yeah, like I don't know. That just gave me like deja vu or something. Like I don't know, but yeah, it's gonna be a movie though, for sure.
Love it, man. Pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.